Hello, how are you doing today? It is that time of year where we look back, reflect, and decide, maybe, maybe why? Why did we do that? I've compiled a couple of the major things that I absolutely remember happened this year. Now, first things up is going to be these alien sunglasses. The thing with sunglasses is that I'm so certain that I'm biased because I have to wear prescription glasses to drive. So if sunglasses do not fit over my prescription glasses, and I have prescription sunglasses anyways, but if the sunglasses would not fit over my prescription glasses, I don't look at them, I don't buy them, I don't want to buy them. In fact, I would rather not see them, but I'm gonna put it in skull emoji because maxi skirts are very clean, very simple. They're an incredibly great layering piece. It can come in a variety of different patterns, sizes, embellishments, everything like that. So we're gonna have to put maxi skirts as like a general concept up into the sleigh category. Now we can talk about how trends for each season are a lie. But one of the major things that I did see trending almost every season was the color red. Okay, sure. And theoretically, it absolutely slays. But just because Taylor Swift has an album called Red, we're gonna put it in the Eras Tour. This year, a little bit of last year, definitely into this year, were a major trend, and then individual like items that trended because of that. One of the main cores this year was like the ballet core trend. So there's a couple of things on this list like leg warmers, ballet flats, ruffles, things like that that can all be classified under ballet core, but I kind of split them up just because I wanted to mentally I rank them differently. So for ballet flats, I don't like them. I think I'm also biased just because I'm very much a boots person. I don't like my feet to be shown to the world. It's the same reason that I don't people should not know that my feet exists. I would rank ballet flat. This one, I didn't know if this was technically a part of like the ballet core trend or just a trend itself. I know like there's been a lot of conversations in fashion past year about everything getting really cropped, about everybody's shirts being really cropped and how it can be hard to find shirts that actually cover your stomach if you're anything above like a size 6. But also I saw a lot of this year was not just the cropped. It's not even super cropped. It's fully like arm warmers near the neck or a bolero. Crop shirts, you can wear them on their own, but you can't just walk out in like sleeves and a neckline. I think that people who can pull them off really well and do the interesting things with them are incredible, but I don't think this is a like top tier, but I am gonna put it up. I am gonna put it up into Slay. This is fully just a picture from the new Hunger Games movie because I thought it was really funny when I saw like the trailer going out, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe they styled pants under skirts. Which one? Talk about like the gender neutral androgynous fashion of the capital during this era. Styling moment, I think, is just to become so interesting to see how it affects next year's fashions. It hasn't been like a massive trend, but it has like started to like creep its way back into the fashion circle specifically. This is gonna go into Slay specifically because it's from the Hunger Games movie. This is one jewelry trends that I saw this year. The large pendants this year. Specifically, I know there's like the one heart-shaped necklace that was everywhere for like a hot minute. Now, the thing is, right, especially for me, because I love jewelry. I love jewelry, but I also have a lot of sensory issues with jewelry, which I try not to let affect my ranking too much. Picky about how heavy and like how the jewelry feels on my skin. And with the large pendants, just because of how bulky they are and how much pressure they essentially put in one spot, and then if they move and everything, for me, rank this as a sure that's clothes, but as a trend on other people, it is an Eras Tour. So we had the maxi skirts this year, and we've had maxi skirts for the last couple of years, but we've also had the rise of the micro mini skirt, like the itty bitty skirt, or like the diesel skirt from like the beginning of this year. I hate the micro mini skirts. I've seen them styled well a couple of times, like Sabrina Carpenter's micro mini skirts. For her, or at least her outfits, those fall into like more performance pieces. While performance pieces can be like influential to the fashion trends, style a fashion trend in a really interesting way, Sabrina Carpenter's performance outfits would not give the same vibe if the skirt was longer. But every way that I've seen people try to style the micro mini skirt, you make that skirt longer, it gives the same vibe. So why would you wear a micro mini skirt that's gonna like ride up anyways? And like, it just looks uncomfortable. Is it uncomfortable? Like, if you've worn a micro mini skirt, let me know if it's uncomfortable, or if you find a way to style it that does not make it uncomfortable. I can't in good conscience rank this any higher than a sure that's clothes, because technically it is clothes. I tripped up the maxi skirt and the cargo pants, so we're just gonna switch that real quick. So cargo pants and like parachute pants are like the big pants were definitely trending this year, which was hilarious because there's this one girl, not a girl, it's a full, like fully grown woman, at least like, who is so like saying something about like skinny jeans are trending again, skinny jeans are trending again. And I'm like, no, they're not. None of the tier list that I have looked at, nothing that I've looked at compiling all of this has been skinny jeans. What has been trending has been big, massive pants. Love a cargo pant. Hate the texture of parachute pants. But we're not gonna let the texture affect the way that I visually see the sleigh, just because it can come in other textures. Just because I own like so many cargo pants and I'm working on getting like big parachute pants without the parachute pant texture, we're gonna go put it up into RU7. Talking about like the more expanded silhouette for clothing items, bubble hem skirts. I want to like them. I do. Like, I can see the concept. I don't think I've ever seen it styled, like, in a good way. Just because I can't, like, conceptualize an outfit that would match a bubble skirt. It's just gonna go into skull mode. This next one needs no introduction, needs no explanation. There will just be reputation, and it is crochet pieces, which will go into the topmost tier of all because I also crochet my own pieces, and if I didn't put it on the top tier, I'd just be making fun of myself. I forgot about this one. These like big flower chokers. Maybe it's just because like mentally being from Texas, like seeing like a big flower like near your neck, I can only think about the High School Mew Mews. Like that's the only thing I can think of, and I cannot conceptualize why someone would want a giant flower on their neck as a choker. Like, it looks cute in theory, and if it was like a little bit smaller, what it does feel like is something that someone would wear to the Eras Tour, so we're gonna put it into Eras Tour. Sheer clothing has been a trend every single season. Well, maybe it's just because it is just because I hate sheer clothing because I can feel the seams against my skin and it makes me viscerally angry. For that reason alone, sheer clothing has to go into sure that's clothes because technically it's clothing. Would I wear it if I don't feel the seams against my skin? Yes. Jorts? Why? Why was jorts a thing now? Like, at that point, either wear shorts or wear pants. Like, why? Like, capris is also on this list. You're just making a shorter version of capris, and capris also look weird. So we're ranking jorts and capris into one, and they're both gonna go into sure that's clothes. No, no. I will fully admit that some of these are biased. I've seen a lot of people wear Crocs, and I've seen a lot of people wear a lot of Crocs for many years. I don't understand. I get the idea of decorating your Crocs. It's essentially the same reason why you decorate your bag or anything else you own with pins. That concept I get and I love. It's basically patch pants, but it's your shoes. But also I think they're ugly. We're going to rank higher for one specific reason, and that is because it's going to belong into the Eras Tour. And that is because it's going to belong to the Eras Tour. The amount of cowboy boots that I saw at the Eras Tour and continued to see as outfits for the Eras Tour is very high. And that is because of her multiple country albums. And honestly, the fact that I don't own a pair of cowboy boots is a problem, and it's a situation that I will need to rectify eventually when I find a pair of boots that I really like. I know Book Talk has been having a thing with leather recently. I don't know a lot about it. I just know it's happening, and I know that I'm a little bit scared of Book Talk. Back on topic, leather jackets are big, as they always have been since leather jackets were invented. So they're going to go into RU7 because I also love men in leather. The Adidas Sambas were like the shoe of the year this year. I know last year it was like the New Balance whatevers, and now it's the Adidas Sambas. We're gonna put this into sleigh simply because I don't think it fits in any of the tiers that I've created because I don't get the hype around sneakers. So we're just going to automatically assume that they're in sleigh. The bow trend, it ties back into two trends that I have on here. Ballet Core trend that I was talking about, putting bows on pretty much everything and anything. Thing is essentially the like more tame version of bedazzling everything, and I think it's so cool. I love women and their obsession with bows, and I desperately want to learn how to tie a bow, and I've been trying, and all of them look ugly. How are you doing it? How are you making cute bows? Because it doesn't work. I don't know what's wrong with my hands. Usually I'm good at things with my hands, but I cannot tie a bow that makes it really cute to save my life. So it goes into topmost tier because honestly, I'm like jealous. This one also ties into the ballet core trend, but it's also like a core in of itself is the coquette, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong. But the coquette trend, it adds in some of the different trends of this year, like the pink, like the bows, the like little ballet stuff, the little sweaters and maxi skirts and everything like that. It really just kind of like encapsulates everything really nicely, which I love. It goes into sleigh. Uggs have been making a comeback, and I don't know if they've actually been making a comeback or if my For You page is just inundated with people finding out that there's a difference between Uggs and Uggs. I don't know where to rank this. We're gonna put it into Eras Tour, not because people will wear them to the Eras Tour, but just because I don't know where else it goes. Love ruffles on people. I think they're really cute. I do think they can be overdone, but it's that thing of like, you can never have too much black. You can never have like too many ruffles, and it fits like the coquette core and the ballet core just really perfectly and everything. So we're gonna put the ruffles into sleigh. We love a good ruffle. If you do not remember the moon boots or the Astro Boy boots or the big red boots, whatever they're called, earlier this year, good. Because for some reason, people were just obsessed with these boots. How do you make these boots look good? I think I've seen 2 outfits. I don't like them. I don't like them. It's going into, sure, that's clothes, because it for sure is clothing. People have worn it. Metallics. I will say this. It will go into Eras Tour. If the Eras Tour option was not there, it would be going into the bottommost tier. I think metallics are cool. I think if they used correctly, they can be really interesting. The moment you put like a metallic on a really large piece of clothing, it just looks a little silly. Like as an accent, great. As like a bit of the clothing, like an accent, like stripe or something, interesting. But like as your pants, that piece is going to fall apart because you know for damn certain that it is made of plastic. The same way as that leather, not vegan leather, pleather falls apart because it's plastic. That's gonna disintegrate. Barbie Core is S tier. It will always be S tier. Barbie Core is life. Barbie Core is love. Barbie Core is the reason that I exist. Ignore the fact that I do not own any Barbies at the moment. I'm working on getting my holiday Barbie in the future. Off the shoulder top, they're fine. I'm putting it into skull emoji because I don't know, I think that like for me, necklines and jeans all under the same category in my brain because they're very personal to what you wear, what you're comfortable in. So I'm not going to drag anyone for not wearing like the trendy neckline or the trendy jean. Tabby boots. I don't know if they're a trend, but they are currently a staple in the fashion community as of this moment. I do know that story of the girl who got her tabbies stolen. That was a big moment for tabbies. They've just very much been like a rotating piece. They'll probably fall out of trend in a couple of years, but they're very much like just a staple. Like you expect to see it. it's not unusual to see a tabby boot. I love tabby boots. I do not have money for tabby boots, but I love mohair. This is, I will admit, this is extremely, extremely, extremely biased. I hate the texture of mohair. We don't fuck with mohair in this household. Leg warmers are so cool. They're so cool and they're so cute, and they fit in that coquette and that ballet core and everything. They can fit like a lot of these different like aesthetics if you just change up the colors, the silhouette. Love a good leg warmer. Tunnel Vision has like the cutest little leg warmers that I've been itching to get, but they keep being sold out of either the colors that I want or the size that I need. But they are on my eventual wish list. I'm gonna go into the topmost tier. I love a good asymmetrical moment. I think it entirely has to depend on the silhouette of the asymmetrical moment, as well as the fabric, the texture, the color. There's so many like different aspects to what makes like a good asymmetrical top piece. It's gonna have to go into Slay because it can either be done really, really well or really, really bad. Our penultimate picture to sort out is using a bikini top as a regular top. And honestly, Slay. And certainly not least, but certainly very obvious, is another set of footwear that combines metallics, which we already know my opinions on. But since it's an accessory, it's a lot easier to do better. But this one is going to be very obvious. One, because the silver boots are like a staple of Beyonce's Renaissance. And they were also very much a staple of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. We got our two queens essentially slaying the boots house down. Where else would a metallic boot go other than the Eras Tour? Here is the final ranking. It's not too controversial, I think, at least for now. We'll see how it works out next year. But thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I will see you most likely next week, but definitely next year, to review 2024's fashion trends to see if isn't everybody predicting that 2014 Tumblr is coming back. We'll see how that turns out. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.